Hello everyone, welcome or welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be working on my first page of the sketchbook, which might be a bit of an intimidating task for everyone. It was for me too. So maybe bust out your supplies, bust out your sketchbook if you haven't filled your first page already, or just flip to a random page and let's work in our sketchbooks together. In this video, I'll be going over my goals for this sketchbook, what I hope to do in it, and maybe you can set some goals for your current sketchbook too. And by the time that I get to my sketchbook tour for this one, by the end of it, I can look back and see which ones of them I have covered and which ones I still need to work on. So for this first page, I decided to draw myself taking a selfie, and drawing selfies, if you don't know, is something I really enjoy doing. And I thought, what is better to introduce someone to my sketchbook than me? So on the right hand side of the page is my little illustration, and on the left hand side I'll be tracking my goals. My first goal is to do more of background studies and perspective art. It's really something I need to improve on, and I absolutely hate doing it. It's way too structured for me, and that is why I think I need to work on it and just force myself to like it until I do. The next thing I want to work on in this sketchbook is to improve my character designs. I've said it before and I'll say it again, and I just keep saying this so much, but I think my characters are just too boring and too basic. So I want to make them more diverse and interesting, especially considering that I want to go into animation and possibly work in the viz dev area of it. So it's something I really need to improve on. Oh, and what you just saw here was me taking off my glasses to see what they actually look like, because sometimes the 2D reference isn't enough. So you need to actually hold what you're drawing and see what it looks like in 3D space to be able to translate into a 2D sketch. I was also hoping to fill it before September, so it'll take me half a year to fill the sketchbook, which I think is a pretty realistic goal considering I filled sketchbooks of this size in like 3 months. So I think 6 months is enough time to fill it up. I don't draw in it often enough. Like, I would not sit to draw in my sketchbook every day or even every other day, but whenever I do, I end up filling 2 or 3 spreads even sometimes at a time. So it's really fun when I start working in my sketchbook, but I really need to push myself to sit and start doing it so that I keep doing it. The next thing I want to do is work on anatomy, both human and animal. Because even though I think I am like an intermediate at anatomy, it's still not that good. And my animal anatomy is terrible. I cannot draw any kind of animal at all, especially from my imagination. Never at all from my imagination. Like, if I have a reference in front of me, I might be able to draw it vaguely. Like, if you look at it, you'd be able to tell what animal it is, but it isn't anatomically perfect. Because the quality of the sketchbook is so good, it basically handles every possible medium. I really want to explore different mediums. Like, so far I filled it with alcohol markers, a bit of acrylics and watercolors, and it has handled each and every single one of them really well. I also want to draw more in pen, not just ball pen, but like a gel or an ink pen, because that would definitely help me develop more line confidence, because you really can't have enough of it, and I barely have it right now. I just love my undo button and eraser too much. The next goal is a bit of an arbitrary one, but I want to make more cohesive and aesthetic looking spreads. Mostly because I'll be filming a sketchbook tour by the end of the sketchbook. But I also like looking through an aesthetic sketchbook, so it's also for personal, so that I have fun making it and looking through it. And I do realize how this may contrast with my goal of overall improving my art through this sketchbook, which is to focus less on aesthetics and more on actually improving my skill. My last goal is to have a lot of fun with the sketchbook, which is to experiment around with different stuff and draw things that I really enjoy drawing, instead of forcing myself to draw certain things. I know it's just a bunch of contrasting goals, but I really want to enjoy myself when I work on the sketchbook. And initially, I thought I would film a lot of me working in the sketchbook, but then I realized that my sketchbook is probably the only time that I'm not filming myself drawing. So I might want to keep this one to myself and just draw for myself for a change, and not have the pressure of a camera at the top of my head. I also have this other sketchbook that is filled with really rough sketches and a couple of storyboards for ideas that I have that haven't yet turned into anything. So maybe having such a sketchbook that you don't really care about, that you don't care if it looks good or it looks bad, having that kind of a sketchbook is also a great help, because for the most part it removes the pressure of making everything look good. I really hope you enjoyed this video. That's all I have to say for it. I hope it inspired you to bust out your own sketchbook and work a little in it, and also maybe set some art goals for yourself.